Hello, and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video with me, Elven Dragon, here in Stoneblock 2. So last episode we messed about with mystical agriculture, and we got quite a few different crops. So between episodes I've gone and added a few new crops, including these nether seeds, nature seeds, and end seeds, as well as some cobalt and ardite seeds. I managed to get some ore pieces for both of them from sieving crushed netherrack that we got from harvesting the nether seeds and combining the essences. And I also went and decided to mess with some chisel and decided to decorate our walls here with some limestone and marble. I think it looks okay. I want to play with a bit more stuff, mess with a bit more patterns. But I think for now, this is what we're going to leave it as. But today, what we're going to work on is over here in this new cave, and that's going to be messing around with these fluid cows here. Now, I don't want to place this guy down quite yet, mostly because I have no way of containing him, and there's a few other things I want to get done first, because I got this garden cloak here, and if I'm not mistaken from my reading, there's a chicken somewhere. Where's the chicken? Oh, we have a rooster. Oh, I also tamed a dog while I was harvesting essences. Just spawned up there. But since we have a chicken around right now, I think there was something in the quests about hitting a chicken with a stick, the chicken stick, for the resource chickens. Ow! I mean, good dog. And apparently we got our chicken stick. Was not expecting to have to fight the chicken. Anyway, where were we? We were setting up this garden cloak. Don't worry, pupper. I'll get some more food later to heal you up. But let's go get this thing set up. That way we can get it to start growing. Let's put that there. I think we can put that in there. And then we just have to connect the pipes up to it. So I'm going to go grab those and hook those up, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so now if I've set this up correctly, that in there. Do we need dirt or something? Alright, let's see. Hey, it's growing. I believe we can put some bone meal in that. It will grow faster. That is definitely growing more inferium essence passively, which is going to be a big help. So we'll just let that run for a while. We've got plenty of energy storage since I made this ultimate energy cube. I shouldn't drain out that storage for quite a while, though we should probably figure out a way to drain this, I guess. There we go. That'll just filter into that chest. I'll have to figure out a better solution for that later. Anyway, where were we? Oh yes, fluid cows. So we have a water fluid cow here. Go to our thing. Got water, lava, seared stone, and milk. And those all have to be crafted. So those are just leather with a bucket, looks like. Yeah, bucket of each of their unique thing. And it looks like if we get this cow stall, we can auto-harvest the fluids. Let's see, what do we need for that? Iron bars, easy, hay bales, and gray concrete. That might be a problem. We don't have any black dye. Oh, apparently if we take pulverized charcoal or coal with a slime ball and an alloy smelter, we get organic black dye. That should work. I think I have an alloy smelter too. The other thing that we are low on is leather. We only have 7, but I was looking, and if we take a redstone furnace and have 4 rotten flesh in it, we'll be able to get more that way. So fortunately, we were able to get the blue slime sapling running on a botany pot. Otherwise, this would be a lot more difficult. And there we go. We got our first bits of black dye starting to flow in. Also got some more leather. Let's dump the rest of that in there. So now all we need is some gray concrete. So for that we need sand. And we also need a bucket of the materials that we need. So we need water, seared stone, and not water, lava. So we need lava. It's easy enough. Seared stone and milk. Seared stone should be pretty easy if we can figure out how to get the liquid out of the smeltery. Alright, so quick look up later, and apparently we need to put it on the casting table and pour it in. Not what I would have guessed. That is now 2 of our buckets crafted. Now we just need milk. How much is a cow? 9 emeralds. It's not too bad. So let's buy one of those. And now the limiting factor that we have is leather. Let's go get our cow in here. And I guess put our fluid cow water down here. So now all we need is a place to store these, because I don't want them just wandering around in this area. So let's go get the cow stall to put that water fluid cow in. And there we go, one cow stall. So I guess put it there. Shift and right click with cow halter to put it and out. Okay, so we need a cow halter to stick some leather. Okay, that's not that bad though. That's gonna put us back a little bit on our resource cows. But you know what? We have the stuff to make 2 of them right now. So let's do seared stone and lava. This way we can at least start the breeding process. So we got lava and seared stone. So now I believe if we get some wheat, do water and lava. I think that's how we're supposed to breed them to get more. Hey! It gets us obsidian. Alright, so we have to wait to breed more. So let's take a quick look at our quest book to see what we have for breeding these cows. We got obsidian, molten clay, liquefied coal, and blue slime. I'm gonna go get some more leather, or at least rotten flesh, so we can get the milk fluid cow, because apparently it's different from this one. Yeah, we can't pick up the regular cow. I'm gonna go get that, because we still have 3 more minutes before we can breed any more cows. So I'm gonna go get some of that, and then I will be right back. Alright, so I got the milk fluid cow, and yeah, that does look different from a regular cow. So now it looks like our next couple breeding combinations. So we've already done water and lava. We need milk and water. Let's do lava and seared stone. We're gonna have to figure out some sort of system for keeping track of the babies, because this is gonna get full and rather confusing quickly. Okay, so we got a liquefied coal one, but we got a water cow here? Oh. Okay, so that's how that works. Apparently we just picked that one up. There we go. So let's try and put that into the cow stall over here. So let's see, I believe you just shift and... No? How does this thing work? Oh! Well, that's interesting. That just grew the cow up. So if we do... I am much confused. Okay, let's try this again. Guess let's grab our obsidian cow. Okay, there we go. So we have to left click on it with the cow halter. So now if we go over here and shift right click. Hey, there we go. That'll help keep these cows straight. That way we can keep these cows organized for when we want to breed. Alright, so if I take that out... Okay, so that does not reduce the breeding cooldown timer to stick them into the cow stalls. Oh well. But that is definitely going to make things easier. Let's check what we have next. Looks like we got blue slime, which we need water and milk. And then we got molten clay. And it doesn't look like we can do anything else until we get those 2. Okay, so we need milk and water. And there we go, blue slime. So if we pick that up like that, place it down, now we can put it in its new home. Now if we do seared stone and water, that just gets us a seared stone again. Guess we're waiting another 5 minutes for those to be able to breed. But I think this is going to be a useful little setup here. We'll have to figure out how to wire this up with pipes and tanks and such. I think this is going to be quite nice for getting more resources, if we can handle waiting 5 minutes between breeding each new cow. So while we wait for those to be able to breed again, let's take a quick look at what else we can get in terms of resources from these cows, because there were a lot more further down in the quest book. Got some interesting ones here. We got iron, lead, silver, invar, evil infused iron, more valuable than the infinity stones. Interesting. This might not be too difficult to get. Liquid death. I think we have to go through the entire crafting thing for that. Essence of knowledge. Interesting. Alright, we're definitely gonna have to play around with this. It's like once we get obsidian and blue slime, we can get purple slime. But this is going to be quite interesting. Oh hey, we already got the purple slime one. So I'm going to keep on working on breeding up these cows. And I guess I'll cut back when we get something interesting. Alright, so I've almost filled our first layer of cows here. And I've discovered something a little interesting. So if we collect the cows like this by left clicking and then we place them down, their breeding time resets. We can breed them again immediately. So if we don't like the combination we get, we can just pick that up, pick up both of those, plop those down again, and they're ready to go. And we can just keep doing this until we get the cow that we want. Now then again, looks like I'm going to have to get some sort of storage for all the extra cows at this point. And probably another garden cloak just to quickly grow all the wheat that we need, because this little patch here is not going to keep up. Hopefully it should be enough to get this next cow. So let's breed those two again. Hey, there we go. There's the cow we're looking for. So now we're going to need more cow spaces. This is going to be a massive operation, isn't it? We're only a third of the way done this page. This is going to get interesting. Oh, I'm going to go breed up another line of cows. And then I'll be right back. Alright, so a second row of cows in, and we need to probably figure out a ways that we can basically turn all of this fluid into ingots. Right now I've just been grabbing buckets and dumping it into our Tinker's tank downstairs. The only issue with that is it takes 18 buckets to make it so that we don't have any nuggets. And when you've got a few different materials, it gets kind of full quickly. So right now we've got end steel, demon metal, enderium, enchanted metal, and platinum, which is what I've been using to get a base for how many buckets we need to get no nuggets. And I basically chose those 5 just because we don't have any in our storage system yet, and figured why not? So as good of a time as any to add more to it. But I have been busy breeding up cows, so we've got tin, aluminum, copper, osmium, nickel, pulsating iron, enderium, but we still have another 19 more to go here. Looks like the next big nexus one is redstone, or destabilized redstone. I think that unlocks just about everything. Oh, hey, platinum block's done. Ooh, that is pretty. What can we do with that? Ooh, chisel. We may have to use some of this, especially with the mineral. How does that look with the mineral planks? You know what? We already have some place down. Let's go see. It's going to be interesting. I want to fix up this staircase too at some point. Not a fan of how I messed it up at the bottom there. Let's see. How does that look? Ooh. I do kind of like that. Maybe we could put some diamond blocks in there as well. We'll have to mess around with that. But we need to get in the last 19 cow stalls and also figure out how we're piping stuff out. I think most of these we should be good. I may have to switch out some tanks, that way we can get the coal over with the rest of the minerals. I almost want to say we should put the next row at the ceiling here and kind of balance it out, I guess, because we've got 19 left, and if we do it like this, we can put pipes going down here, some way to, or going out the back anyway. Levers, I guess, along here so we can activate the pipes, because I think we can make them redstone sensitive. And then that can all just flow into a Tinker's tank right back here, so we can just have resources flowing in when we need them. That should work. I honestly have absolutely no clue. I've never done this before. I will say using the cow halter here to pick up the cows when they don't give the right thing. Oh hey, we did get a stabilized redstone first try. Perfect. Anyway, that has been quite useful for figuring out where we're putting stuff. I guess I'm gonna go breed this redstone cow with a bunch of stuff. Let's see, what's the next one we need? Obsidian. More demon metal, apparently. Let's just get the demon metal out again. Why not? But this is gonna take a while to get the rest of the cows in, so I guess I'll go breed those up and then I'll be back with you once we're ready to breed the infinity cow. Alright, so we've finally gotten all of the cows except for the very last one. So now if we put our final stall here in the center, and we get out our evil infused iron and stellar alloy cows, We just need to breed these two together, and that should get us our last cow. There's only one problem. It's a breeding chance of 1, so I guess we get to see just how many cows we go through. I have 10 stacks worth of wheat here, and we'll see if that's enough to get us the final cow. Oh, we've got it. Molten Infinity. That took a lot less time than I was expecting. Let's grow that up real quick. Next usage, 4 hours and 13 minutes. Wow. So let's get that into its stall so we don't have to worry about paying attention to when we need to harvest it. That was a little loud. Anyway, chapter complete, fluid cows. Yeah, we didn't use nearly any of the wheat that we had. So I may end up bringing another one just so we get more infinity cows, because I think this is probably the best material that we can get in the game, from what I can tell. But this has been a lot of cow breeding. I have no clue what I'm doing with over 2 stacks of liquid death fluid cows. But we now have the full set of fluid cows here. Just need to hook them up to a collection system. And I think that'll be it. But I think for at least for metals, that'll be a lot better for resource production than the mystical agriculture stuff that we got, which I did manage to finish that as well. I got a block of insanium as a reward, and that got turned into the insanium seeds and an insanium ingot. I think we may go and dig out some more back here. Maybe make a nice tall section, put a balcony around here. Maybe some fountains or waterfalls or something. Just put a bunch of garden cloaks through there. See if we can't hide all the wiring and piping. And just grow a bunch of these, because these end seeds will get us purpur and end stone. Not that those are hard to get, but these marble and limestone seeds are what I use to make these walls. And it'd be nice to be able to have those on auto creation. That way we have a nice big supply of essence for whenever we need it. Because one of the nice things with this is it gets us the stone type blocks instead of just metals or chunks like we get from sieving. I'm gonna have to mess about with that, but not right now. For now, let's go get a tinker's tank set up for our fluid cows. Alright, so I've got a very simple smeltery setup here, nice and big, so we have plenty of fluid storage space. Still working on finishing up the walls, but we'll probably bring this up another 2 layers. But first we need to hook up our lava cow to this. That way we actually have lava flowing into our smeltery tank, and we'll actually be able to smelt things. So now that is set up, and we're actually, if I'm not mistaken, right above the other smeltery. So in theory, we could just dig down here, and we should crash into it. Hopefully not into the smeltery itself. Ah, there we go. It's right here. So let's dig around. That way we can connect the pipe into our current lava system. And now if we go this way a little, yes, perfect. So now we can go and hook that pipe up to our main lava system here. So now that will drain into the whole magmatic dynamo and smeltery system down there. Now we just need to cover this up because I love hidden piping. We're probably going to have to do quite a bit more of that at some point. Just hide pipes throughout the cave here to make it so we can more easily access things wherever we are, most likely fluids. But now that that's all connected in and hidden, but now that should increase the rate at which this gargantuan drum here fills up. Speaking of which, how full is that now? 18 million. I honestly don't know if it would have been faster to try and fill it with molten iron. But now our next step is to get these cows here connected in. Well, we will start with steel because that's what we need for the mechanical pipes. I think if we put the pipe here, mid pipe here, and then we need to put a line of pipes that will run right through here. That will go all the way to our smeltery. And now we need a smeltery drain here. And then we will eventually fill that in with more piping. I believe if I put a lever here, should be able to trigger that on and off. But if I understand how these work correctly, that should hopefully work. I don't know how it's going to work with multiple substances filtering into the same spot, so let's put those in and we will see if I can figure this right. Redstone sensitivity turned on. Okay. So now all we need is a couple of levers. So if my basic redstone knowledge doesn't fail me now, we can get these levers in and hopefully get this system working. And we turn that to pull, should flow up that way. Flip that off. Okay, I guess that's working the way I want it to. Don't know if that's actually flowing into the smeltery or not. That looks like it will shut off the pipes if we don't want them running. So now I think we just have to finish filling in the smeltery here so that our smeltery drain at the top there is actually part of the tank, because it does not look like the metal is flowing into the tank right now, but it is definitely connected. We just have sections on the far back side there that aren't really accessible because we have all this steel in here. But I'm going to go get that finished up and then I will be right back. Alright, so it looks like I got this thing fully operational. Let's move that torch over one to keep balance, because we now have some night slime in there. So now I've got to go and hook the rest of these up. I don't think I have to worry about some of these, like the Zephyrian Erythium. Don't know what that does anyway. Or the pink slimes, or any of the slimes here really. But definitely these metals we need to have flow in there. Need to be careful we don't get the alloys, or at least we don't have metals that alloy in there, which is going to be interesting. But we have our smeltery here such that we get ingots on this side, blocks in the middle, and nuggets on the far side there. But while I was working on this, I remember that blazing pyrotheum speeds up lava production in the crucible. And since we now have some of that, we can speed these up. So let's place some of that under there. Whoa! Whoa! Was not expecting that to light everything on fire. But let's get some of this fire cleaned out so we can actually see what we are doing. Because that is quite a bit of fire. Glad I did not have any netherrack around there. But that is 90x instead of 20x. Much faster. We're definitely not running out of lava anytime soon. Especially once I go and set up the other crucible with this stuff. Which will mean that we have 3 automatic lava generators at various speeds. Could probably actually get more energy production going now, since I won't have to worry about lava. So I'm going to go get this one set up and get the piping done for the rest of the fluid cows, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so I've got everything hooked up here, and it mostly works. Got some issues where flipping the switches doesn't always drain the fluids in the pipes. I think that's more of a product of my lack of redstone knowledge for Java and the fact that these are modded pipes than anything else. But we have our massive smeltery tank. I don't know why we keep getting blood in it. I suspect that somewhere mobs are spawning inside of it, which is actually kind of funny because it would mean that we accidentally made a mob farm. Apparently we have items in there. What is in there? Bones and string. Yep, looks like we've got mobs spawning in the back of our smeltery. But while we were getting all of this set up, we did get a bucket of molten infinity. So we're going to have to put that to good use at some point. Get some tools, because I believe here on Extreme Crafting have a bunch of different armor and such. Let's see, what do we need to make some of these? Oh, wow, okay, wow. That's a lot. Especially since I think we only get about 8 ingots per bucket. Oof, we're going to have to AFK here for a while to get some of that. But we are nowhere near where we are going to be able to get that right now. We still need the extreme crafting table, which calls for items we don't even have yet. We will have to look into that at a later point. But that is going to be it for today, I think. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. And I will catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.